that Twitch has once again said you're not allowed to talk about the other place. Let's get that going. I wish I can get the Stream Elements multi-stream working, because then I wouldn't have to worry about starting the other place every time. Yeah, Twitch updated their terms of service again to be more specific and more severe about not saying the names of other services. Yeah, no, it was all set up properly. It would work 10% of the time. And then if I ever got disconnected because of a stream hiccup or whatever, it wouldn't reconnect. Yeah, we can't talk about that play button. Not as well as the raid. It did. Yeah, you're not supposed to talk about that other place. All right, we're going to get to the Mushroom Island, and then we're going to cut over to the south. Start going, maybe a bit. Twitch is super ridiculous. Yeah. The only reason why they get away with doing it is because they probably are still the most popular streaming service. But, I mean, they're doing stuff like this, which is going to push people more and more to want to stream on other places. I'm still surprised at the amount of people that are going to, I guess I'm not allowed to talk about it because I'm not streaming there, to Kick. With how bad of a start that place had. Like, I keep hearing about people streaming on Kick and more things happening on Kick, and I'm like, why? That was a place that was just filled with so much hate and virtual, and I remember there being like hate raids and hate speech being acceptable, and just like some terrible, awful things going on there, and promoting gambling and all this stuff. I'm like, why do people want to go to that place? Or did people already forget that it was utterly disgusting? It's the most watcher friendly as a viewer. I do like it here better than other ones. Yeah. I mean, YouTube is a mess. Trying to do vertical streaming on YouTube or on Kick just looks disgusting. I don't know why it works as well for people as not Kick, TikTok. So like, and I don't know really enough about Kick because I just ignored it after all the hate stuff I heard about it. Oh, there's a lot more ocean monuments than that. That's just for today we found so far. On YouTube is not nearly as good as Twitch. Yeah. I mean, if you're just like me and you have no one that watches your YouTube, you don't have to worry about moderating it. Totally talking about YouTube videos, not anything else. Right? So I can't talk about it if it was streaming. All right. We have a little bit of a vantage point up here. Boat. So we'll be coming back to the boat. We're on an island. The boat's not going anywhere. I just wanted to get a quick look over here. Not really seeing anything. So we're going to start, I think, cutting that way. Maybe we'll go around this island and start heading southeast. Gotta bring my mic over to me. Like, I'm leaning towards my mic. I don't need to do that. I don't know why I do that so often. Hey, Midnight. Now, where did I leave the boat? Maybe that's why I should have picked it up, because I never remember where I leave my boat. There we go. Familiar music, indeed. Is that epidemic sound? Oh no, what's going on? Why are you having a rough day? I had a rough day, but we had a good start to stream today, so my spirits have been lifted. Yeah, this is some I want to say Bonnie Grace that's playing right now. Very common song on a lot of Minecraft YouTube videos. Boat. You know, I'm passing up a lot of things I could go explore because I'm not worried about them. Is this the Norman Kings? Yeah, Norman Kings. I listened to this song enough to know what it's called. Back over here, please. Nope. Huh? What happened here? There we go. Then a few hours today, copying files from an old, smaller micro SD to a new, bigger one. And you think some of the files corrupted in the transfer? Oh no. Or like the speeds mismatch at what the read and write speeds were. Or did anything get like disconnected or hiccup during the transfer? That's why I personally, whenever I do any big transfers like that, I always copy and paste the files, and then once I know everything's transferred over, I delete them from the source. So I've had that happen. I know how much that sucks. Okay, never mind. It just popped in on Distant Horizon. I'm like, oh, I like the color of that. I like the height of it. That felt like it could have been Mangrove. I'm just like, nope. And I think we got nothing. We'll keep going and see. How are my cords this way? Maybe another 1,000 blocks and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I used to do a lot of photography. I need to get back into it. I've been trying to get back into it. I haven't been able to force myself to do it. I've done it a couple of times this year, but I've never been happy with anything that I've done. So I just keep, But I know how stressful it is doing the file transfer, downloading your images, and then reformatting your card, and not knowing if your images are safe and all that. Oh, the stress that comes with that, I can just feel it. I'm not going to do a lot of checking around in this village, but I do want to look at the blacksmith. Who do we got here? We got Lorraine. Lorraine! How's your son Marty doing? Sure. We'll take all that stuff. Sorry. Let's see, what else can we put in here? Wait, huh? What did I just do? I didn't realize you could put a bundle inside of a bundle, but I'm assuming only if the bundle is empty. Back to the Future for the win, of course. Trim will fit. Yeah. I can fit 8 more items. Anything else in here that's worth putting in? No. Compass. I guess the crafting table. And that's it for now. And now the apple. I remember when those used to be a lot more common. That's one thing I like that they did. They made the blacksmiths more rare. So those used to be an easy way to get geared up. And they still can be pretty easy to get geared up with. I'll take that. You can keep the armor. I think that one could have a librarian in it. No, this isn't the building I thought it was. And it doesn't have a chest. Come on, off the ladder, please. Thank you. All right, I'm not going to bother looking at everything else. That looks like the next spot we're going to. We'll go up there and we'll another pale oak. And we'll just do a little search around. You may have heard a cat. You may have. But we're not in the business of taking pets right now. Our focus is on getting all the different types of wood. Pets will come later. Did I grab my boat? I did. I was like, am I leaving another boat in the world? The boss you were trying to fight early is a cat. You like my vibes? Thanks. I like it when people like the cut of my jib. Ooh. Big hole. I like looking at these big holes. This one is not as interesting. It's kind of like a meteor impact. That'd be an interesting biome. Out of a litter box. You had no choice. Oh no. All right. Yeah, we like chill vibes down here. Down here, up here, over here, right here. Okay, we got a jungle right there. So jungle is a warmer biome, and warmer biomes are more likely to be by mangrove swamps. So let's go towards the jungle. We'll see if that works. Like the meteor impact caves, they're pretty and also safe. Yeah. I named that thing Everything Under the Sun. Was it testing your patience that much, Stars? Boat. Welcome to the jungle. We got mangrove swamps. That's how the lyrics go, right? She is mean. Is there a river that runs through it? It does not look like there is one. Hello, any of you have a trident? No? Okay. Enjoy your evening. Yeah, so we're doing just a boat over, but I think we're going to get out and huff it a little. That's fine. We'll disembark right here. I keep getting paranoid that I don't have my bed on me. Like, I feel like it's getting late. I'm gonna need to sleep soon. I need my bed. Where's my bed? Not on me. Oh, wait. No, there it is. All right. Yeah, I felt like the adventure music was very appropriate today, going more for the RPG, medieval sort of stuff. Just felt like those kind of vibes. All right, I've lost sight of where that jungle was. I think it's on the other side of this pale oak, which I am not messing with. I don't have silk touch, so I can't get the heart. He is mean. Ouch. Okay, I'm fine. So I didn't talk about this earlier. I meant to, but we got whipped. I might not do a long stream today. My left hand has been bothering me. My left hand being my main keyboard hand. My Fitbit, which usually fits semi-loose on here, feels a little bit tight. So I don't know if I maybe strained my hand or my wrist or something while lifting. Or maybe I've just been overusing it or something. I don't know. but it has been uncomfortable the last, say like last 2 days. I actually thought about, ooh, I like that little pool area. I actually thought about streaming yesterday, but I'm like, no, let me give it a rest. There's the jungle. So I might only do like a 2-hour stream. Don't hurt yourself on accident. Yeah. I might be strained. It might just be inflamed from overuse. Like I've been trying to have a softer touch with my keys, and it actually felt really good at the start of stream. But now that I'm here and playing, I can feel it, feel its discomfort a bit more rearing its head. I meant to look for my wrist brace before streaming, and well, forgot about that. When we get to our first break, which should be coming up soon, we'll take another look for it and put some ointment on it. In injuries too much, rest is seriously important. It is. Yes, I will not force myself. It's not like hurt, but it does feel like it's maybe overexerted itself. Yeah, I have dark oak. Yeah, just the only thing I need at this point is mangrove. We're branching out for mangrove. Windex on it and we'll be fine. I don't have Windex though. I have icy hot stuff. Yeah, so my finger injuries were on this hand. It was a knife cut on the pointer finger, and then on the middle finger here, this is the one I got jammed. Put some dirt on it. Yeah, I need some duct tape, rub some dirt on it. This bee seems to be a little stuck. I'll give you just a little, there you go. We have jungle. Maybe we'll get up there and take a look around. Big Fat Greek Wedding. I have not seen it. Nope. Sorry. I've heard the joke before. I didn't realize it was from that. My mom does a lot of natural remedies, and she recommends wrapping it really tight with a workout band for a minute and then releasing it to get the blood flowing. Yeah, I do a lot of stretches, and like I have, you know what? I probably overworked it with doing this. That may have been what did it, actually. Yeah, I do try to exercise my wrists with things. I have this hand squeezer. I have this thing that you put on kind of like a glove almost and go, wah! I have like a stress ball one that I use. There's another one for like individual fingers. Where am I going? I think I wanted to be going more that way. Did I get turned around? Did I want to be going more south? You missed it, but probably because I'm blue. I'm trying to build a starter house in every biome of Minecraft, and I decided to use a large biomes world. I have no idea how far away many biomes will be. Wonder if Distant Horizons will help. I tried using it once, but it didn't do anything. Probably missed a mod. Distant Horizons, depending on when you tried using it, just may have still been in early development. Ooh, look at these mountains. That's a cool looking area. I swear, this seed has been such a pretty seed to look at. It's been so pleasant to explore this seed. Like, I don't mind that I haven't been able to find stuff because it was so nice. But oh yeah, it should have worked. Maybe you didn't actually turn on the rendering, because there's this button here, and if that's set to false, it won't render anything. You set it to true, it'll work. Or the other thing is you may have just had a mod conflict that prevented it from working. So spawn, oh no, wait, that's not Wait, which way is south? Okay. Yeah, we can keep going this way. We'll go between these two mountains. I'm very tempted just to like not have this be a hardcore world and just stick in it and playing it for a while, because there's just been so many pretty backdrops with mountains and landscapes and scenery and things. How's this river looking? Not very good. What are my coordinates? We are... Ooh. Yeah, let's focus on going more south. Let's see. Something should be popping up here in a moment. 2-minute warning. Ads incoming. Okay, so that worked. Say in general, Minecraft terrain you get is unreal now. You have a single player world and found the perfect island to build on, and then travel and looking for stuff and found the perfect island to build on and travel and get... Yeah. Ooh, an ocelot. I mean, you still get seeds every once in a while. They're like, nah. But this seed has just been, in my opinion, one of the nicer seeds to explore. It's like every once in a while I find something new and it's just always a treat. Oh, this song. This is probably my favorite song of this playlist. This one just makes me feel so relaxed and peaceful. All right, so the multiple ad warnings work. And it means it did do the other check. Huh. I wonder why the starting ad messages did not work. There we go. So that chime means it is time to take our first break of the stream. I'm going to get up, stretch, move around a bit, see if I can get some ointment for my wrist, and find my hand brace. And just see how that does to make things feel a little bit better. This may be the only break of stream, because if it doesn't improve in the next hour, then like we discussed before, we want to make sure I give my wrist a proper rest. I don't need to cause more injury to it, or not injury, but more stress on it. So we'll see how things go here. So this is a good time to get up, stretch, move around, get drinks, snacks, bathroom breaks, all that good stuff. There's going to be some ads playing during this break. And the stream will be completely paused. So don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. And I'm not going to come back and start streaming again until I know the ads are done. A lot of times the ads finish before I even get back from what I'm doing. So let's go ahead, go into like a little third person mode right here. Pop on some shaders to give you something a little bit nicer to look at. And let's take our first break. I'll see you in about 3 minutes. Take care of yourselves.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
All right. We're back at it. Thanks for sticking around through the break there. And Spider-Man, welcome on in. Hello. Not sure if you're still here. You came in on the break. Hopefully you stuck around. And I did find my wrist brace. So let's put that on. And we'll see how this does for the rest of the stream. Okay, I guess we will continue going this way through the jungle. I do love how the seed looks. Just so many cool things. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. I know it's not how the words go. But that's what my brain decided it wanted to say. Is this the same song or is this a different track? Yeah, it's the same song, I think. No, this is a different track. This is the other song I really like on this playlist. They're both kind of similar to me. This one was playing throughout most of the break there. Looks like we get a little bit of a clearer area over here. Let's run through that and maybe we'll see a swamp soon. I can feel that the brace is helping out a little bit here with my wrist, but I don't think it's doing as much as I would want it to do. And it's about to be nighttime. Stars in the sky, bed on the ground. Was I going this way? The thing I hate when I use a bed in this game is I always forget what direction I was heading in. So hopefully I'm not backtracking. I love that there's so many mods out there now that do enhanced terrain generation. I'm like, why? I feel like they did such a good job with the Caves and Cliffs update. I mean, there's a few things that need to be maybe tweaked and improved and such, but like, I know when they first did the terrain update that it felt like there's just a lot more holes in the ground that you can fall into. You had to be much more careful with where you were stepping. Otherwise you might wind up in a ravine or something. Which, you know, was always a possibility. It just felt like more of a possibility now. Oh, well, that didn't work out. But I haven't seen that as much since making my return to Minecraft. So I think they did maybe patch that or improve it or something. You fall into everything when you play this game. It's hard not to sometimes. It's a real threat. It's a real scary thing to happen on hardcore. I think I'm more scared of falling into a hole and dying in hardcore than I am of like a baby zombie coming and filling me. I'm still trying to remember what I said about Spicy earlier. And why I brought him up in stream before he appeared. I don't remember. And it bothers me. Hello, piggies. I'm still getting used to seeing the new pig variants. Just all the new animal variants. The chickens just seem to stick out to me all right, but everything else just throws me off a little. You're good at not falling. This also means that I get very startled by almost falling. Sometimes I get into a good backup reflex and panic moment and then realize it was just 2 blocks. Well, as long as you're not like having the reaction that makes you then fall in by being so safe you're trying to avoid falling in, if that makes sense. You know, you become endangered due to an overabundance of caution. One of those sort of things. It's so safe, it's dangerous. Oh, hey! Whoa, this is a cool area. Look at that. We have a mesa. We found a mesa before a desert. That's not something that usually happens to me. Okay. So it was mentioned before that you're more likely to find swamps near these sort of biomes, the mangrove swamp specifically. So let's get like on top of here or something. The wind is added by a mod. I believe that's added by ambient sounds. Right? These mountains have all been amazing. Like, I've not seen a single mountain that I've been like, that mountain sucks. No, they've all been amazing. Calcite needs to be more renewable in this game. So we have more jungle over there. Do we just maybe follow the mesa through? I mean, it's not a big mesa. It's pretty small. But maybe we just go over that way? I don't know what to do. Ouch. So we got a mesa. We found a mesa before a desert. That surprises me. My Monday evening has been much better than my Monday day. So I was talking about earlier. Oh God. I was talking earlier, my day at work was a bit frustrating. I wasted a bunch of time I didn't need to waste because people asking for assistance on things that was already solved by the time I got the email. Because someone else took care of it or someone else realized how to fix it, and yeah. All they had to do was like wait 5-10 minutes before sending that email and it would have been solved. But because they didn't do that and they just threw it up over to me, which they didn't need to, and it wasn't my thing to really resolve. Oh, here's some of those dead bushes that were mentioned before. I forgot what I was trying to craft there for a moment. I'm like, grab a couple of these. Can these be multiplied? If you bone meal them, do more grow? I don't know. Oh, we got them. Might as well grab these too. Sorry, that always sucks when it happens. Yeah, it happens to me a lot, so it's not something I'm not used to. I'm used to it, and I shouldn't be, but I am. It happens a little too often. But it is what it is. It annoyed me. And because it happens so often, that's why it just kind of put a little rain cloud over my day. Your work, unpaid internship, has been very slow because your coding environment is refusing to cooperate and other people can't get it figured out either. Ooh. A teacher, so I'm getting ready for the school year to start up. It's your first year and you're incredibly nervous. Aw. What age group? This way. That's the way I should be going. How's the map looking? Yeah, we want to go this way. Sixth grade math, so they're 11 or 12-ish. Okay. I did substitute teaching for a short while. And by a short while, I mean like 2 weeks, if that. Ooh, that's going to be an interesting hole. It was not for me. I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. The principal had a conversation with me. I'm like, nope, you're totally right. I agree. This is not for me. I don't want to come back and do this anymore. And they're like, oh, okay. This hole wasn't as interesting as I thought it would be. We get a mine shaft here. Oh, we might have a surface mine shaft, actually. Yeah, not for me. I'm glad I did not go to school for teaching, because in that moment, that one day, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely not right. I would do better as like a teacher's aide. I would do better as a support role. Don't put me in charge of children. I mean, like, I can babysit kids or whatever and be fine, but like, do not put me in charge of like, you know, a classroom group of children. I did not do well. It is not a responsibility I want. Subbing is way harder, probably. I can understand it. But it gave me enough of a feel to know that I did not want to be a teacher. Like, maybe like I could do like tutoring. I'll take that and that. Everything else can stay. But I would not want to do teaching. Like, one-on-one is probably fine, but group, no. Or maybe like an adult age group. Managing, mending, efficiency. I'll take the lodestone. I'll take that. Okay. I think math I'd be able to do all right with as a teacher. I like math, or at least I did when I was in school. It came naturally to me. I was able to understand it pretty well. I get in trouble in high school for sleeping in my calculus class. Read your run to Kunder. But the teacher was, I forget what he was, but he got laid off. There was a bit of a recession at that time, so someone who did not have teaching credentials, but they had a master's degree or a PhD or something. They had something that was able to be considered equivalent enough to do the job, and came in. So like, it was this really smart dude, and he was teaching us calculus. I think I was a junior at that point. It may have been a junior or senior year. I don't remember which. No, that was senior year. Oh yeah, because junior year was the dance teacher, and he was a fool. Yeah, I had a dance teacher teaching math. Same sort of situation. Can you play with you? I do single player worlds. Thank you for expressing your interest, but it's not that I don't like playing with people, but I got burnt out on doing server and collaborations and all that sort of stuff. So for the time being, at least, I don't do collabs. And if I do ever decide to do collabs again, it's going to be with people that I'm already familiar with, or people that have been around for a while, just because I've had some rough experiences in the past. But yeah, thanks for for offering. I appreciate that. And hopefully you find people to collab with. I am not the one. I can be a little selfish sometimes playing Minecraft. I've gone back and I thought about times that I played with people, and I need certain like rules and guidelines and things when I play with people to have more of like an agreement, I guess, but less so than rules and guidelines. But like I remember one time working on a project with Ruler back when I was still actively playing on Insist, and I was struggling with doing a little bit of terraforming and building something, and Ruler was like, okay, I'll do it. And I'm the kind of person that I will just modify what's there. I'll do a little bit of adding, a little bit of subtracting to it. I'm very conservative with how I do my manipulation of existing terrain. Ruler comes in and he's just like tearing it all down, and now there's a giant chunk missing, and I'm like, because that's just so far outside of how I would do it that I couldn't. It was too much for me. It was no good. Not that like what he was doing was bad. It just, I couldn't deal with it. It was not a way that worked for me. All right, we need to conserve some more space in here. Let's top that one off. Oh, you feel that literally the same way. Like I have a way I like doing things, and if you invite me to do something with you, like I will adapt to your play style. But if someone is coming onto my turf and wanting to work with me or whatever, like it can be very hard for me to adapt their play style into what I am doing. I can be very accommodating to, oh, a desert. I think that's a desert. We'll go check that out. I can be very accommodating to other people, but when people are working with me, it, I panic a little bit like that. I've gotten much better with it over the years. Oh, another mesa. And expectations are managed a lot better now. But yeah. I know exactly where on Insist this was and everything too. Just thinking about it and knowing what happened. And I was working on my castle that Ruler actually started, and I took over from him. We switched projects, and it was the giant castle doors. And I think this was not too far after the Village and Pillage update came out, because I think I was working with grindstones to make them look like that they had hinges on the doors or something. And I was trying to get the land around the doors to work the way that I wanted it to. And I was trying to meet it halfway with, you know, modifying the terrain and making the terrain fit what I needed and making what I needed fit the terrain. And Ruler just comes in and he's like, boom, just like a bulldozer. And I look over like 5 minutes later, I'm like, not his fault at all. He didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't ready for that drastic of a change. How does this work now? Do I just... Nice. You know what? I might as well get this while I'm here too. There we go. Yeah, nothing wrong with doing stuff that way. I'm not criticizing anyone. It's just not how I play. Creeper, no creeping. All right, what do we got over there? So this feels like a good area if we need warm biomes, because we got jungle, we got mesa, we got desert, we got more jungle, we got more mesa, we got more savanna. So I don't even know which way to go. Let's just go this way. I can't see what's... I can kind of see what's over there. Not much, but I can't see anything over there. This feels like the promised land. I can't see what's there, so that's where we'll go. Small SMP with friends. We all have quite different play styles. It's very hard for me not to feel kind of not anxious and not sure what word. Yeah. No, I get you. I'm a lot better with it now. If I go into an SMP environment and I'm a willing participant, it's like, go! I am much more of the mindset that I'm going to adapt to other people's play styles. I'm not going to have them adapt to me. But where I am right now in my Minecraft journey, after having been so burnt out, I need to play my way. I need to do things my way on my own terms. Wait a second. No, that's more savanna. I thought like it kind of looked like it could have been mangrove trees, but no, that's more savanna. See, I got to play on my way, my own terms right now. But whenever I do decide to start doing collaborations and multiplayer and SMP and whatever again, should that day come, it will be with the mindset that I'm adapting to how other people play, not expecting people to meet me at my way. Because I fully acknowledge that my way of playing is not always conductive to collaboration. So, and when I do play on an SMP again, I will have the mindset of, yeah, there's been a few boats and a few geodes and things that we've been passing. I'm very focused on trying to just find a mangrove that, if it's not a mangrove, I'm not interested right now. But yeah, two of those people are very casual, build terrible things, mess around and find out. One did grinding straight to beacon. I'm a slow player, enjoy building and being efficient with resources. I mean, I don't mind being inefficient with resources, but yeah, I prefer playing slower these days. Like here I am, I've spent the first 29 days of a hardcore world doing nothing but trying to collect saplings. I just decided I wanted to collect all the saplings. That looks like another little mini desert here. I see that pink dot there. That might be another cactus. Yeah, I just decided I wanted to collect all the things before doing any sort of building. Looks like a swamp too. Where do you see the swamp? You're talking about over here? No, I'm pretty sure that's in a forest. We'll go closer and check it out. Those casual players would kind of make fun for the way I play, like mining with silk touch, inventory. Oh, like no, that I do. Smelting for no fuel loss, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, I tried to do the no fuel loss. Oh, no, I didn't. I don't think that's. Yeah. There is no right way to play. No, yeah, there is no right way to play. There is just your way to play. The only right way to play is the way that you have fun. Unless your fun ruins another person's fun. There's two wrong ways to play Minecraft as far as I'm concerned. One, you don't play Minecraft. That's the only wrong way to play it. And two, the other only wrong way to play it is your fun is ruining other people's fun. Those are the two only one ways of not playing Minecraft correctly. This is the Skyrim song. This isn't actually from Skyrim, but this track reminds me of Skyrim. So yeah, there is the right way to play is your way, and the wrong way to play is not playing or ruining other people's fun. We got another mushroom island over there. I do like checking out the mushroom islands. You never know when you find like a good sized one for a peaceful build project, especially in hardcore. That's good to have. It looks like we have another desert here with another mushroom island on the other side of it. Let's go see. And here's another ocean monument. So we have a tiny mushroom island. Mid-sized mushroom island, and then who knows what that is over there. We'll go to this one here. We'll pop off and just scout the area real quick. Lots of jungles. Yeah, this has been like a super jungle world. Hey Frank, Minecraft is your special interest, so that made it feel worse. They knew that at the time. They just didn't notice. I was annoyed about it until I snapped at them. Yeah, sadly, sometimes that's what it takes. But the important part is being able to be mature about it and communicate those issues, the needs, and finding a common ground and a common understanding about things. Gotta run, but I'm sure your mangrove will show up any minute. Good luck. Well, thanks for coming by, Cookie. Hopefully we'll see you again. I believe you came out with the whip raid, so good on you for sticking around. Appreciate it. You have a lovely rest of your evening, day, morning, whatever part of the day it is for you. Bye. All right, watch now that Cookie's gone. Like, boom, mangrove. Maybe that was the good luck charm, which is I needed Cookie to wish me the good luck. I only mildly got annoyed, fully clearly expressed that I was not okay with that kind of interaction humor. They stopped after that. I do wish I had managed to properly convey it before I got annoyed, but oh well. You live and learn. Like, I have run multiple servers now, and I have learned a bunch of things from running those servers, of stuff that I would do differently the next time I am running a server. Lewd Guck. What are you holding? What do you got there, guy? Lost sight of you. Oh, there you are. What's a nice fishing rod you got there? You want to give it to me? You want to give me your fishing rod? I don't think he gave me his fishing rod. No fishing rod. Too bad, so sad. Where's my boat? I'd known that person for a few years at that point, and we're still good friends. No harm done. I do still feel a bit bad about it, though. I mean, to be fair, you may have not even known that those things bothered you, or that you were going to have that kind of reaction to them behaving that way, or whatever. You know, different people have different ideas, have different perspectives. And, you know, your aims, your goals for the world that you were playing on, they've been different from the understanding that other people had. And that doesn't make what you did wrong or what they did wrong. It just provides a learning experience where, okay, you know what it is for next time. I like the look of that over there. Life lessons, yeah. That's how I try to look at stuff now. I wasn't always looking at stuff like that, and you know, that's another life lesson that I learned is to not always, you know, assume bad intent. Always try to assume good intent. Hey, thank you for the follow. I try to respect the lurk, so if you want me to properly call out your name, just drop a little hi or something in chat and I will thank you properly. Bye, Uni. Bye, Uni. Enjoy the lurk. There's a line from a song that says, "The past was only practice." That really stuck with you. That's a nice mindset to have. I need to read this book again, but a book that stuck with me for a while was the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. No moo cows, not this time. I think we have, let's see, we're hanging out over here. So we have, okay, so we have this mushroom island and we have this mushroom island. If we want to get moo cows, this is probably the better one to come back to because it's just basically a straight shot. But we're still making our way down to the tip over here. So we might be able to encounter another, or a first rather, whatchamacallit, Mangrove swamp. But I'm feeling good about something over here. At least I thought I saw something that looked good, but maybe not. I guess it was just the forest trees over here. Or is it? Oh, maybe it was over there. Maybe it was that weird mass back there. We'll keep going this way. Not so much that I'm trying to follow the circle. I'm just trying to, like, I know I can circle around here. I kind of want to complete a circle here. If I get down here without finding mangroves, then I'm just going to circle back around up this way, maybe. I'm trying to not think about that seed map. I kind of wish I maybe didn't share it. I know there's like stuff in each quadrant. I just, matter of where it is, I don't know. I just found it funny that multiple times I got close to finding something, and by close it was probably like still several hundred blocks. But like, had I persisted in going in a certain direction for like maybe another 5 to 10 minutes, you are far away from a beach. This is the most inland beach I've ever seen. It reminds me of Odie. I think all I saw over here was just more jungle in the distance. It reminds me of Odie having to clear out all the turtles that Akoi inadvertently let loose on the world from Insist Season 1. Akoi had set up a turtle breeder because this was right around, no, this was maybe a few months or later in the year that the aquatic update came out. So Akoi was putting together a turtle breeder so he can get turtle master potions and turtle helmets for everyone. And it was a bit of a catch and release sort of thing. So he caught the turtles, he got them breeding, and then he would release the babies out into the wild. And it ended up running a bit rampant. And soon our forest in the area was just overrun. Got another savanna over here. That looks real promising right there. That looks real promising. I think we have a winner. So yeah, he had a way for the turtles just to automatically get released out into the wild to prevent the farm from being clogged up. And he let it run in AFK and did it for so long that there were hundreds of turtles around our spawn area, just inside of the forest. And it happened slowly. So like we noticed a few here and there, but then the population just seemed to expand like faster and faster until there were just turtles everywhere. And Odie had like an area that he was farming. Yeah, that's got to be mud. Where's my bed? He was like farming something, or he was doing something. I forget what it was, but it was all over his area. So he just had to go on a massive killing spree of just destroying all the turtles that had infested the server from Akoi's well-intentioned turtle breeding. Oh, it was ridiculous. We had so many turtle. Oh, hello, Mr. Trader. What do you got? I swear, if he had a propagule, he does have the small drip leaves though. We have some. Some of those. Okay. We'll buy all that up. Is there anything else here that I would want? I can sell you stuff, but I don't have the stuff to sell you. And there's nothing else here I would want. Okay, bye. Okay. And now we have a lead. Roger, get out of here. I must not have the head data pack on. There we go. The llamas have been freed. You're welcome to go swim and do whatever you want now, llamas. Have a good day. He even said thank you. I don't remember where I was going now. I think it was this way? Or that way? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I had to save the llamas. Still haven't gotten the Wandering Trader in the troll world. I just need to go get some propagles. Is there anything else worth grabbing in a mangrove swamp? Like, there's no other plants or things that you can grow that you need to get a sapling or a seed or anything for, right? All right, I need to get up high. Get a better idea of where I'm going. That way. Okay. Eventually we'll get our own llamas. One of the things I wish they would introduce in this game is a way to keep baby animals small. Because if you don't know this about me, my favorite mob in the game is a baby Wandering Trader llama. That is my favorite mob because I think it looks super cute. Because it's tiny, it's a little tiny llama, and it's got the robes and everything on it. I would love to be able to keep it just permanently childlike. A little Fez time celebration for finding the mangrove swamp because it's right there in front of us, GPS. I approve. I don't feel like taking off my headphones today, so we're just doing it lazily on top. I've been thinking more about the decorations behind me. I want to do a little bit more behind me. I was thinking about different posters and things or something else. I think it might be fun to have like just chatting stream one day where we talk about room decorations and go on like a shopping spree on Amazon or something. Hey, Mock Trollo, how you doing? Been a little bit. Hope you're doing well. You've come just in time for me to achieve my goal for this stream. Was to get these dang things. I need to find a way to tweak the resolution so I can stream Sea of Thieves. What is the problem that you're having, GPS? All well, and you? I'm doing okay. I'm having a little bit of a problem with my wrist today. So we're probably doing a shorter stream. And I had some annoyances at work today. But stream has been a good time. We started off strong. And I've been happy with how stream has been today. We've met some cool new friends. A lot of lag when you try to stream. A lot of lag. Okay, so your issue is that it's not necessarily your resolution being incorrect. It's just that there's lag going on when you try to stream. Okay. What kind of video card do you have, GPS? Oh, it's a PS5. So you're streaming straight from a PS5? Is that what it is? You're not like connecting the PS5 to a computer. You're just going straight from a PS5 to stream? Okay. Oh, shear some leaves for prop eagles later. All right, let's find, we'll just grab a couple here and there. I don't want to deform too many trees. I haven't grabbed any vines yet either. So we'll snag a few of those on our way out. Excellent. That'll be enough to get us going. And now it's time to make the trip home. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't help much with console streaming. I know nothing about that. Otherwise, I would love to try and help you out. No birdies? In the jungle, is there birdie? Oh no, over there, that was the swamp. That was frogs, no birdies. There will be birdies in this jungle probably. But we're not on a pet adventure today. We have no place to put the pets. We can't bring pets back and have them not have a home. We have to work up to having a home for our pets. We got to give them a proper place to live. Otherwise, there's going to be out in the cold rain. And I don't think the animals want that. This is a big old bamboo forest. We'll get a home set up for ourselves. But then we can start thinking about all the different pets and how we want to give them homes. just want out of this bamboo forest. Let me see some water or something. I want to get back to the ocean. I don't know what I just picked up. Almost bedtime. Hello, doggo. There we go. We got stars. Ugh. You doing pretty good today, stars? Wish there was a way to plant bamboo in a way to make an actual maze, not their natural maze. Yeah, that would be fun. You could probably do that with like a debug stick or something. Ah, hat. You're wonderful. Annoyed with the game. You're wonderful. Aside from being annoyed with the game, you're wonderful. That's good. Yeah, I feel like your wonderfulness is coming through a bit more in chat today. It's like, oh, Star seems, you just seemed happier today. Wasn't sure if that was just me imagining it or not, but yeah. All right, gotta get through here. We have finally completed our first objective of this world. Over 30 Minecraft days into it, we have complete. Well, I mean, it's not complete yet. We have to get back, I guess. Bamboo position within the ground block, yeah. Yeah, because when you plant bamboo, it, depending on the block, it has a certain location it'll always be in. I really thought we were closer to the water. Then we could just boat back. Finally. Rough time lately with stuff. I wasn't going to like bring anything up in chat or anyone else. Yeah, no. I get that. But don't forget, we're here for you if you ever need to vent. And if you need to share frustrations. You got people willing to listen to you. Oh. Okay. And then I don't know if our island is like right here. I think a little bit further, but let happiness shine through. But you know, it's hard. I mean, you can't always. I'm not telling you that you can't, but you can't. You can't always push it away. Sometimes you gotta let it through. It took me a little too long to learn that. And then I quit streaming. So, there's that. Tell you what, let's do another positive moment or a wholesome moment here. We'll do some wisdom cards this time. Let's see what wisdom bombs we got. I can do this one-handed. I close my eyes a little and split the deck a few times. It doesn't work very well if I close my eyes because I can't see where I split the deck and where I put the other parts. Yeah, do the things, have the funs. Let's hit snooze on that. All right. What do we have at the top here? This one says, I am perfect exactly as I am. If I wait until I become perfect before I love myself, I will waste my whole life. I am already perfect right here and right now. I do feel like that is a valid point. All right, so I think we have to go up and around. People work so hard to become a better version of themselves, and now it's good to put that work in. But ask yourself, will you ever be happy with yourself? Will you ever be that better version of yourself if you don't like who you are now? You can love yourself for how you strive to improve. Yeah. You can love who you are now and still want to change and still want to get better and still want to improve. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, we're by the, aren't we by the end city? Not the end city, the stronghold? Is that this area? It might be. We see stuff sticking on the water. No, but we're probably going to pass on the way back. True for everyone here. I'd expect Mojang would decide the bamboo position based on coordinates so they don't have to store extra data for it. That's probably the debug stick mode. That's a good point. That's a good point. Giving it the salt and pepper treatment. Push it. Push it real good. Do 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 do. Ooh baby baby. Ooh baby baby. If I remember correctly, perfect is Latin for done, finish. So I'd rather strive for a few more decades rather than achieve it. That's a good point. Hello, Copernicus Cat. I do like the philosophy of, I think it's Buddhism, where every life you live is working towards perfection. And you don't achieve your afterlife until you hit a life of perfection, which I don't think is actually possible. So, I mean, maybe that sounds like limbo or hell to someone, but I like the idea of like you're living your life to achieve perfection, and then you will try again, and you'll try again, and you'll try again, and you keep going. That's the part of it that I like, is you're always going, trying to achieve. But you can do that and still like and enjoy who you are. There is plenty about me that I can be better. There's plenty about me I can improve on. And, you know, there's plenty about me that I don't like, but I do like who I am as a person. That does not stop me from trying to get better, from trying to achieve more, from trying to find my own personal nirvana in this lifetime. I'm not saying that I actually believe in reincarnation or anything like that. I like the concept that that mindset provides to me. Not that, you know, maybe other people take things differently from it. That's fine. But it's interesting. I don't know if we've been to this village. And I'm not going to go to this village. I just want to get back. I want to get back. I want to drop off the stuff. Looks like I'll be going another round into. All right. But and there's also like an interesting concept out there where we're all one person. We're all just the same soul living the same life over. We're not living the same life, but we're all the same soul living everyone's life. So that I like that mindset for that idea, because by being kind to someone else, you're being kind to yourself. By being kind to yourself, you're being kind to someone else. Which maybe is a little bit of a selfish way of thinking and looking at things, but The Egg by Andy Weir. I am unfamiliar with it, but if that's anything like what I'm discussing or mentioning, then I'll have to check it out. Having to live multiple lives. No, I'm too lazy for that. I hope my belief will turn out to be correct, and my deity of choice will grant me perfection as a gift already paid. Nice. But I mean, maybe The Egg by Andy Weir is the same sort of thing, but the mindset I was talking about is based off of, I guess, my understanding of, I guess, Buddhism. It's a very short story, free-form poem on that kind of idea of reincarnation. All right, it's about to be nighttime. Let's go to this shallow land over here and plop down our bed underwater. Yeah, it's a mindset that I like. That we're all just living the same. We're all just the same soul living our own lives until we reach whatever we need to accomplish in life. We've gone through the worst. We've gone through the best. We are the most holy and we are the most evil. I'll be seeing you soon enough. Wait, what? It is one of my favorite two pieces of media ever, the other being the end poem. I'll have to look at The Egg. I'll have to check it out. The Andy Weir. That should be easy enough for me to remember, because that makes me think of Elizabeth Weir from Stargate Atlantis. There's our end portal over there, I think. Probably it. Although Andy is not like Elizabeth, but Weir is Weir. Oh. I'll have to remember to check category the next time I stream. I wonder if multi-streaming has screwed things up and erases the category. It's possible. So many bugs, so many problems with it. I want to get it to figure out. I want to get to the point where I figure it out. I don't know. I said too many words too quickly there, and the sentence came out wrong. But I want to get to a point where I figure it all out. Because eventually I'm going to get fiber internet in my area, and once that happens, then I can multi-stream to more services, and I want to do that at that point because it'll provide extra bandwidth for my internet connection. How far away am I? Jeez. So I got all this to go. Yeah, once I have the extra bandwidth to do it, I want to add in a couple other services, excluding the one we talked about earlier. I'm not a fan of Kick based off on its history. I don't know if they've changed their ways, if they've become more acceptable or whatever, but I'm not sure if I care, because the history of that streaming service just does not align with my morals and my ethics and beliefs. So it would take a pretty big change or improvement on their part to convince me otherwise at this time. What's the drama with that service? It was very lax. I'm not sure if it still is, but it was very lax with hateful conduct. And it was perfectly fine with promoting gambling in streams that would be watched by those underage. Curious because on the YouTubes did a good interpretation of the egg. I wonder if maybe that could be where I've seen it. And there was a bunch of other stuff. I don't remember everything. I just remember at the time, when Kick was first coming out, I paid attention to it and I was like, oh, this could be interesting to see as a rival to Twitch. And then there was just a lot of disgusting behavior going on in the site that they were perfectly fine with allowing. It ended up being the site that a lot of rightfully banned, permanently banned, I think permanently banned, Twitch streamers went to. Isn't a platform formed by a gambling website to promote it? That's how they could afford to get a whole bunch of streamers for very much money. Probably something like that too. But yeah, I just know that there was, I just, no. It just felt too dirty, too disgusting for me to want to consider that platform. Yeah, I have no idea if stuff has changed or improved since then, if they've gotten their act together. But yeah, I do think it is actually owned by a gambling website. You're right. So they were perfectly fine with promoting it on there. Especially, there was no issue about promoting it in streams where, you know, it could be watched by younger audiences and encouraging that and stuff like that. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna, like, I think that happened actually after Twitch was like, no more gambling stuff on here, or they changed how the rules worked, wherever, and people got mad, so they went over and started Kick. Nazareno, hello, hi, welcome in. The ownership structure of Kick is very interesting. Won't dive into it though, since that would be too much politics here. Yeah, I know, I think the owners weren't very, or the founders weren't very good people, if I remember right. It's been a while since I looked into it, so I don't remember all the details. I just remember seeing stuff and be like, this is a place that does not align with who I am as a person. And it would take some real serious changes for me to ever consider having my name be associated with that place. And like, I'm willing to overlook a lot of things. I'm willing to accept the nature of some businesses and such like that. Like, let's be honest, Twitch is not a great place. There have been plenty of problems here, but Twitch has at least spoken out against things. They have taken steps and have made actions to try and improvement. I don't think they've done enough. I think there's more that could have been done. It could be happening, and they're very slow to make these things to make the necessary changes. And they should be more proactive rather than reactive. But no, it is what it is. Let's just dump out whatever we don't need on us right now. Yeah, that's pretty good. Am I live on Kick? I am not. I am live on Twitch. I do not like Kick. I do not approve of the way Kick does things. At least I did not approve. I don't know if it's changed since the last time I looked into it, but nah. We were just talking about how I don't like that platform, and I don't align with how they do things. It's not a place for me. I need a bit of wood to make another chest. So I can take this one spruce. I can take the 3 oak. Let's put some stuff away. And for anyone on Twitch that's wondering who I'm talking to, a viewer has joined on another platform, but because of stupid Twitch rules, I can't say anything about that platform. Even though everyone knows what it is, everyone's perfectly aware of where else people stream. But I cannot promote that place and talk about it because Twitch is dumb. There we go. Okay. Pop on a little bit of shaders here. Look at that. Look at this. Gambling is restricted to Minecraft. The only relevant resource I waste time in is your re-rolling craft ingredients at night. Ugh. Okay. So as we talked about earlier, my wrist is still bothering me. I got my thing on. Actually, at the end there, rowing on the boat, I was switching what finger I used to hold the key forward. So we are going to go ahead and wrap it up here so I can continue to give my wrist a rest. Where do we want to go? I'm feeling more chill. So I think we're going to go raid Vanna today. Oh, you know what? Let's sleep in game before mobs come out and get me or something. There we go. Yeah, we're going to go raid, go on over to Vanna's channel and raid over there. So, Alman, welcome on in. I'm actually just about to wrap up, but thanks for stopping by to check things out. I'm doing well. Hopefully you're having a good day here as we are ready to wrap up. I'm having some wrist injuries, so I'm going to go let that recoup and recover. So Yavanna is playing on the Mythrender SMP, which appears to be maybe a modded SMP fantasy sort of thing. So looks cool over there. I finally got wood, I think is what we'll do as a raid message to Vanna. Flowers, thank you for the raid. I got all my wood. Raid. We're gonna go ahead and raid Vanna's stream, so that'll be our raid message there. A little silly. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. We'll probably be streaming again on Wednesday as long as my wrist does not continue to bother me. Yeah, thank you all so much. It's been a lovely stream. I know it's been much shorter than I normally do. I don't normally like doing streams this short, but I wanted to get out there. I wanted to stream. I wanted to see how this was. It was a day that I needed to stream. I needed it personally. But if you want to pay attention to the things that I do in future streams, there's the Blue Sky, there's the Discord. The best place to get notified for future streams is there. Oh, I think we're rating already. Bye. Anyone who's still here, there's the schedule. It took way too long. Okay, have fun.
some other games from time to time. And today, we are on day 3 of Mythbender, essentially a modded server hosted by Makey Hamster and admin